The OLC opinion, Office of Legal Counsel, indicates that we cannot indict a sitting president. So one of the tools that a prosecutor would use is not there.
Okay, but let me just stop. You made the decision on the Russian interference. You couldn't have indicted the president on that, and you made the decision on that. But when it came to obstruction, you threw a bunch of stuff up against the wall to see what would stick. Well, and that is fundamentally unfair.
I would not agree to that characterization at all. What we did is provide to the Attorney General in the form of a confidential memorandum our understanding of the case. Those cases that were brought, those cases were declined, and that one case where the president cannot be charged with a crime.
Okay, but could you charge the president with a crime after he left office?
Yes.
You believe that you could charge the president of the United States with obstruction of justice after he left office?
Yes.
Ethically, under the ethical standards?
Well, I'm not certain because I haven't looked at the ethical standards, but the OLC opinion says that the prosecutor, while he cannot bring a charge against the sitting president, nonetheless can continue the investigation to see if there are any other persons who might be drawn into the conspiracy.
I don't think we can overstate how important that clip is. Bob Mueller is saying that when the president is no longer president, he can be charged with obstruction of justice. That means in his investigation, he found enough evidence to charge President Donald Trump with obstruction of justice, but because of DOJ regulations, he's unable to indict a sitting president. But after he leaves office, he can be indicted, which means two things. Number one, right now, Donald Trump should be impeached. I mean, one of the things that Nancy Pelosi said as a reason for not wanting to impeach Donald Trump was because of the possibility of him being indicted after the fact. But Bob Mueller outlined in his report that impeachment does not substitute indictment. In other words, he can be both impeached and indicted once he leaves office. Impeachment while he's in office, an indictment and an indictment after he leaves office. So here we are. I mean, this is the entire ball game. There's nothing more that he can say. Donald Trump, he's going to lie for sure. The president is going to lie, absolutely, and say that he's been exonerated. But hear from the investigator's mouth himself saying that Donald Trump, after he is no longer president, can be indicted, which means now, while he is president, the Congress of the United States of America must use their constitutional ability to hold the president accountable through impeachment. It is as clear as day. There is no spinning this. There is no spinning this. No matter how hard conservatives are going to try, Donald Trump can be and will be, should be indicted for obstruction of justice, which means right now today, impeachment proceedings should begin with regard to Donald Trump's obstruction of justice.